last weeks, Jan Todt has told us WRC Championship must to stay closer to an endurance style. But on the other hand, everyone knows that the only way to expand the calendar is to have rallies with less race distance. Which is the best step for the future of the WRC? Maybe keep closer to an endurance style or make a switch to a sprint style?
Bueno, yo creo que los rallies no son como antes, ¿no?
Rallies are no longer as before, and this is not great. You could say that the rallies right now are long. For me, right now, the format of the rallies is pretty good, and I wouldn't make them longer, you know? Not for anything in particular, but to have something longer, we already have the raid. And the people want to see more stages during the day, and not 3 or 4 stages of 60 kilometers.
Personally, I like the endurance. I like to have long rallies. But okay, I understand from a promotion side and from a media side, it's more easy to have more short rallies. So I think I think at the moment the length of the rallies are a good compromise between endurance and still working in a way that the media and promoter can do their job. So yeah, for the moment, the only thing I need to change needs to be more rallies on tarmac. That would be the only things that I need to change. There's not enough rallies on tarmac.
The rally has changed. Rally world has changed from the 80s and the 90s. You know, you look back then, you know, you have more retirements. But these days the technology has improved. I mean, improved so much. You don't see engine failures anymore. I mean, these cars are so strong that even if you increase the kilometers, for me, you know, the endurance, Dakar is for the endurance. It doesn't make the difference if we drive 350 or 500 stage kilometers. I would keep rallies a bit shorter, but if we want to extend more rallies, I mean more number of rallies but shorter rallies, I mean like now we do a bit more over 300 kilometers. If you go 500, then you know you can't really put any more rallies in the championship. So, and I don't see the point going that way.
Me personally, I really liked. I remember when I drove the IRC. It was over 2 days. Very effective, many stages, but shorter stages. A lot more results coming all the time. And it was flat out action in 2 days. For me, this style is really nice. For me, very often the Sunday is a relaxing day because everyone finds their positions. So for me, the optimal would be to have maybe more rallies, but maybe over 2 days with a lot of action these 2 days, maybe some night stages even. This will be a really nice format, I think. And but again, that means more rallies, more cost for the manufacturers. So yeah, for the manufacturer point of view, when it comes to budget, it's maybe more difficult. But I prefer shorter stages, more stages, and to skip these long 50, 60 kilometer stages because I think the audience wants a lot of results all the time, keep coming, and now it's 4 hours with no results and because of one long stage, and yeah, I don't like it that way.
Yeah, for me, I think I often say that I think I would be happy to have a shorter weekend, like not necessarily a shorter race, but I'm sure you can make a more compact event in 2 days, like a bit more intense. I'm sure the fan will like it because, you know, in our days there is so many options, so many things you can do and follow that it's difficult to get people follow an event for 3 days. So I think 2 intense days will be good, and maybe that will allow to reduce a bit the cost thanks to this. Then to add more events, I'm not sure if it's really possible because that's always have a big impact on the cost, and I'm not sure the manufacturers can do, and that I'm not the one who have to answer this one. It's more the team who have to answer this question.
Le Mans is a 24-hour event, and it's one of the biggest endurance events in the world. So you don't need 5-day rallies for endurance. You can have endurance in 48 hours if you wish. So for me, we spoke about this before. In my opinion, we can have 2-day rallies, but run longer days where it permits with the dust. And on dusty gravel rallies, it's difficult early in the morning. It's difficult late in the evening because the dust hangs. But on tarmac rallies, on rallies, GB, maybe Argentina, where dust is not such a big problem. Why can't we run through the middle of the night? Why not? But for me, you can have endurance in a shorter time. There's no problem. But the problem in some formats now is 9 to 5 rallying for 3 days, and this is long drawn out. If you have a 2-day rally, you can have 1 day recce. Everything's cut a lot shorter. The budgets are reduced a lot for the teams, and you can have more rallies. So that's my opinion.
That's a difficult question. I wish I would have an answer for that one, but for sure, if you will increase the number of the rallies, then maybe there's a cost issue as well. And like I said, you have to see the whole plan, what it is. If there's more rallies, how that will be organized, and very difficult to adjust. But for me now, the concept that we have in the rallying is very good, and let's see what happens in the future.
No, I think there's more scope to. I think rallies changed, and nobody has the reliability issues that they used to have. Touch wood, years ago. So you will never make a rally like what it used to be. As much as there were good times, but I think at the moment WRC is in a really good place. With the new cars are very exciting. All the cars seem to be quite evenly matched, so we've got really good technical regulations. So I suppose in case if you're looking to go forward, then I think the events could probably reduce in length. If they wanted to have more events in the championship and there was more countries willing to have it, then for sure you would look to reduce the events.
I think there is many ways to have the championship cheaper. We have several proposals we have made to other manufacturers and FIA, and we will have a meeting with the FIA to discuss about different proposals to get the championship cheaper in terms of rally organization or whatever. There is many ways to do it. To reduce the length of the stages are not maybe the proper way to do it. I'm quite convinced, as Jean-Todt, that the rally has to be made from many things, different things. It's not only one way to do a rally. We have several surface, we have several countries, several landscape, several length of stage, and I think also long stages is part of the rally tradition, of course, but also spirit.
I think in the moment, what we have is not too bad. We have a long stage, we have short stage, we have some rally when there is long stages. In Corsica, for example, you have a stage of 50 kilometers. I think each event has its specification. To do endurance type, I don't know what we could do, but in the moment, nowadays, with let's say the regulation we have and fuel tank capacity we have, it's difficult to do in a row 2 stages of 50 kilometers. Okay, you can still do if you put a refuel in the middle or whatever. But it's true that the cars are more designed for, let's say, middle range stage. I would say up to 60 kilometers. Not more after, I don't know what is the sporting decision, but if the calendar is really, let's say, to put more events, which is something, and also if we want also to reduce a bit or to contain the cost like it is now, I think each event should have an amount of special stage mileage close to what we have here, and not to increase too much. After everything can be done, but in the moment with the regulation we have, with the limited, let's say, parts you have to use depending on mileage. So average mileage of between 300 and 350 kilometers stage per event is a good compromise. After, if let's say each event wants to do long stage, so which means 50, 60 kilometers of stage of 20 and 10 kilometers, it's free to them to decide, you know. Having in mind that now we have quite a good tool, which is all live TV, is maybe more easy to have medium range mileage stages to follow, let's say, from the spectators. And also you have a reasonable number of special stages, which allows to change a bit the classification.
Nos podés leer en www.motorboxradio.com.ar. Seguinos en nuestras redes sociales, a través de Twitter, @motor_box, en Facebook, MotorBoxARG. Y no olvides suscribirte a nuestro canal de YouTube, MotorBox Radio.